Following UNC's 20-point win over Georgetown, a game in which Henri Veesaar and Caleb Wilson combined for 38 points and 29 rebounds, CBS Sports' Jon Rothstein had this to say. Dion, you know I got to do my Jon Rothstein impersonation for this. Caleb Wilson and Henri Veesaar is the best power forward and center duo in college basketball. I'll turn it over to you. Your thoughts. Caleb Wilson, Henri Veesaar. Is that the best 4 or 5 duo in the sport right now? Is there anybody that comes to mind as you're taking over them? I know my thoughts, Dion, but I want to get yours.
TK Clough?
Mm, give me
Veesaar is
Vase.
that much better than Clough?
Yes, dude. I think Veesaar runs second circles around Clough right now.
And I guess Caleb and TK are pretty close. I mean,
That's like,
Caleb's a much more talented player, but TK is probably the better college player at the moment,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm. Are you taking them over? Like, do we say with Michigan it's Yaxel Merez
I feel
over?
like Yaxel at this point has to be considered a three, though. No,
Yeah, I
like
think
it
of him
doesn't
as.
feel like he's playing the four enough for this argument. I mean, I do think Yaxel Merez is better, though.
I think
Uh,
that's a better duo because well, I think it's close. Like, let me see what Merez is averaging right now. Because Yaxel's averaging 17, 7, and 3. Like, he's been pretty special. He's shooting 39% from 3 as well. Merez, right now, he's putting up 14 and 6, 1 assist, 68% from the floor. I mean, Henri Veesaar right now he's at 16 and 9 with 2 assists and just under 2 blocks per game. 44% from 3 on a lower volume. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. I think the my argument for Vasar for like why I would put him as I would take him over Merez right now. I would take him over Pat Gongba if you want to go with the Cam Boozer Pat Gongba pairing. I think
I
Vasar
don't.
you don't want to consider that.
No, I mean, I think Cam is probably the best four in the country, and I
I
don't think it's
agree.
remotely close with Caleb Wilson, but
Yeah.
I think the same can be. I'd rather have Visar and Caleb Wilson than Cam and Pat. I'd rather have Cam by himself than the other three combined, but if we're talking about strictly duos, I'd rather have North Carolina's.
Yeah, I think that's well said. Yeah, Cam's the best player out of that group. It was a fun like 3 days when I got to pretend like Caleb Wilson was better, but Cam is special. I can't lie. Cam is sick.
So
Um,
much better than Caleb Wilson.
but okay, we don't have to say so much. Just
Yeah, so much better.
just noticeably better than Caleb Wilson. But with Vasar, he is a safety valve for this offense that they have desperately lacked in recent years. Even when, as much as I loved Armando Bacot was not this surefire bucket that Wilson is. When you get him the ball on the elbow, he takes a step and he's at the rim dunking it on somebody. Like that has opened up a ton. I think his feel, like just the gravity he commands wherever he catches the ball. It's at the top of the key. It's in the high post. It's in the low post, and he opens up so much with the attention he commands. And he's also elevated himself as a rebounder. I think you might want to see him block a few more shots if I want to get nitpicky, but he also doesn't really have a backup, so he knows he's got to go out and play 35 minutes a night to where he can't really gamble. But he does a really good job of like defending shots at the rim without fouling. So I have been like he's shattered my expectations for him. I thought he'd put up like 14 and 8 if it was a really good year, and he's doing that and then some. I think he's already had 4 double digit rebounding games so far this year, maybe even 5. Never logged double digit rebounds in a game at Arizona. So it's not just that he's like going above and beyond offensively, but you're also getting that better play from him on the glass and defensively too.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think who would be better. Arizona?
I mean,
Koa
Koa Pete and Krivas, they have an argument. I think I would take Caleb Wilson over Koa pretty comfortably, though.
comfortably feels insane.
Koa's really good. I mean,
Comfortably.
Koa's averaging 16, 5, and 3. I think Wilson is still at like 20 and 9 right now.
I think Caleb has to be though.
Yeah, it's fair. Caleb's Caleb is averaging 19, 10.6, and 2.4.
Yeah, I feel like Caleb has to do that though. I think
Or
Koa doesn't have to do what he. Well,
yeah.
what about Florida?
Florida, respectfully, Florida last year was your year. You can sit on the sidelines for this one. Don't lose to TCU if you want to be eligible for this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that their guards going 1 for 30 is the reason their front court isn't the best in the country, but Riley, this is a topic you brought up. This is a topic you assigned because you wanted to get your shit off, so I'm gonna allow
Correct.
you to do so. But my gut feeling would be that Florida probably should be on this list.
If you put Hulk and Condon, I will listen to it. If you consider Hulk a four, which that feels fair. Hulk has been incredible this year. Honestly, Hulk has probably been the second best four in the country after Boozer.
Um,
Maybe he and Caleb Wilson are jarring for that spot.
as the best four,
Yeah, the second
Cameron
best.
Boozer.
No, I said Boozer would be first. I would say for number two, I think you're looking at either Hulk or Caleb Wilson.
Where's Michigan State on this list? Not that high.
You mean Jackson Kohler and Carson Cooper?
Yeah. Do they get any love? No.
They probably could get in the top 10. I think Kohler's been awesome. I think Carton and I talked about this some where like Cooper has actually developed like a nice little 15-foot push shot that's taken his game up a notch. I think he's probably averaging like 12 and 8 or something. And Kohler is just a fierce rebounder. You can step out and hit threes, but I think it lacks the star power of like either,
Okay.
I mean, Florida, Duke, UNC, any of those.
Star power.
Michigan's
Star power is crazy.
that, which part that
Like
I'm
we're
saying?
just determining who the best front court is based on Instagram followers.
I mean,
Star power is
like,
crazy.
I mean, like superstar, like take over a game and go win it for you. I don't think Jackson Kohler's doing that. I don't think Carson Cooper's doing that respectfully.
I don't know that I think Caleb Wilson's doing that.
Uh, Caleb Wilson took over and won them that Kansas game.
Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Uh, are you
Just
looking? What? I need to know what we're looking at, Dion.
just want to do a little research.
Okay, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games into the season.
mhm.
Caleb Wilson has taken over one game against a team whose best player had cramps.
He didn't cramp that game.
Eh.
I would say, how many minutes did Peterson play that game? Peterson still played 29 minutes. Come on now. Like, we're the only team to beat Kansas at full strength, who's getting a lot of top 10 love right now, at least in my mind.
Yeah, I'm not trying to dispute that Caleb Wilson's a phenomenal player. I just think like, and I do believe North Carolina probably is like at the top for this conversation. I just think the reasoning that we've come up with for this short is asinine.
So
Um,
it's the right premise, the wrong logic.
yeah, so the equation, we have the answer, but when you showed your work, the teacher has no idea how you got the right answer.
I've just scribbled some math problems down and ultimately just wrote he's nice with it for real, and hope that that's good enough.
Your teacher asked you to do PEMDAS. You just added a bunch of numbers together and skipped the other portions of it and somehow came up with the right answer.